Right then, we're in the GitHub. So what we're actually going to do here is enable SSH on the MPC Live X1 or 1 Plus in my case, or the Force. So all we're doing is we're going to go off and we're going to install an MPC SSH image. It's just standard software with an SSH protocol onto the MPC so we can access the internal storage there, the internal drive. So the first thing we need to do is update our MPC. So we need to go over to the SSH images and we need to go into MPC images. We need to go into SSH images, and in my case I'm using an MPC 1 Plus and I'm going to use 2.14. I currently have the version 2 software installed on the MPC. You can use the 3, but I've only used this one and I know that this works. So we need to download this. Check our downloads. What we also need is a freshly formatted USB stick, FAT32 or exFAT format, and then we simply drag and drop our downloaded SSH update to the USB stick. And what we're going to do is go over to the MPC. We're going to pop the USB, power up the MPC, pop the USB stick in to the back of the MPC, and then we're going to do an update via the USB stick. And I'm just going to quickly shoot a little video of that, and you'll have to excuse the quality, so I'm going to do it on my phone, but it gets the point across. So let's go off and do that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go preferences. Okay, we're going to go to update. We're going to put our USB drive in the back of the unit. Like so, and we're going to do a USB drive update. We're going to download, update. The MPC is going to reboot. Welcome to MPC. Next. Let's go. First thing we need to do is we need to connect the unit, because this is the old version 2. First thing we need to do, preferences, we need to get to the Wi-Fi, and we need to get it connected to our Wi-Fi network. Okay, so we're connected to our Wi-Fi network. That's good. That's just what we want. Okay, so we can just leave this now. We can walk away. What we need to do now is go back over to our... Right, so we're back. We've plugged in USB stick. Yes, we've done this. Yes, we've updated it. Yes, we've rebooted the MPC. And yes, to enable the SSH network, the network must be active, so we must connect the MPC to our Wi-Fi or a wired network. So you could use the Ethernet port and use an Ethernet cable to go into your router or your hub. Okay, so what I've done is connected mine over the Wi-Fi, and what we need to do is locate the IP address of the MPC on our network. So what I'm going to do is log into my router here, and if you look on the bottom of your router, you'll be able to see the network address and your router username and password. So let's just log into our router, and when the dashboard has loaded, you should be able to see under wireless devices we've got an MPC 1. So in my case, to see the IP address, I need to manage the devices, and this will take a moment to populate. And as you can see, the MPC 1 Mark II, my IP address is 192.168.1 1.226. So you're going to need this. This is important. Get this IP address. Log out of your router. And now we go back to our instructions. So now that we've got the information, what we now need to do, we need to open a shell command line or command line interface. Now you can do this in Windows, you can do it on your Mac, and in my case I'm going to be opening a terminal because I am on Linux Ubuntu. So now we're going to type in SSH space root at 192.168.1.226 and hit enter. It's going to prompt you. You need to type in yes here. Y will not cut it. You need to type the whole word in and hit enter. And as you will see now, we have root permissions, so it's giving us a warning here, and you should take that warning seriously. A quick disclaimer, I don't take any responsibility if you go in and mess up the internal drive on your MPC device. Okay, so now once we've done that, if you're using Windows, you need to install WinSCP. It looks kind of like this. When you install it, it's completely free. You will need to then do a login and make sure you've set up your file protocol for SFTP and your host name, which is simply root at / root at. So I'm on a Linux system again, so I'm going to open up Thunar. So let me just get Thunar. Where is it? Thunar. Okay, so now I have my software, a piece of software which will allow me to SSH into the MPC. So what I need to do is type in, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat here a little bit. I'm just going to copy and paste the bit that I need into my address bar here, paste, then I'm going to add .1.226 and hit enter. And as you can see, the MPC has successfully SSH'd the software. This piece of software is SSH'd into the MPC, and you can see here the root directory and all of the files and folders that are situated on the MPC. If you're interested in moving or changing or adding or taking away files to free up space, then you will need to look in the media folder, and under your content you will see under the MPC1 all of your WAV files here, your WAV files, absolute shit ton of them. Under here, all your demos and your templates. So that's how you SSH into your MPC internal drive. Now, of course, when you want to, when you've finished, obviously, you can just, I'm going to exit out of this one, close the connection. Now I'm going to eject the drive here. Okay, I'm just going to close it off. And when you're finished, obviously you will need to go back to the main Akai website and go to downloads, MPC series downloads, find your MPC down here, in my case the one, download the official software, in my case it's going to be the 2.151, download this as an image. As you can see here, we've got like an update in .img, which is exactly the same files we put on the USB stick, and this is the official software. You just change this file on the USB stick, put the USB stick back in the MPC, and then just install this as an update, and then you've gone back to official MPC software. Yeah, I encourage you to read the rest of this, and like it says at the bottom of the article, have fun.